Go.
We're sitting here today talking with Salaam. He's Greenville's own. He grew up here. He was born here in the community, and he's now an entrepreneur in the community. And we're here to talk to him about what he does in his business and some of the products, and not only that, but about Greenville as a community, the changes that have taken place, and his part in the community, and what he would like to see happen as a young entrepreneur and as a businessman in the community. So tell us a little bit about yourself and growing up in Greenville and some of the changes that you've seen.
Well, not so young anymore. However, yes, I'm a resident of Greenville, particularly this block, Woodlawn Avenue, where we run our business, Salaam's Organics. I've been here for 44 years. I've watched this place transform. The place that we actually occupy used to be the candy store that I played video games in and purchased penny candy from. It was Miss Ruby's. And Miss Ruby, she was like a pillar to the community because we would all gather from each block, from Eastern Parkway to Dwight Street. And, that's how we got to intermingle, and we met friends, and, we got into arguments, we fist fight, and Miss Ruby come chase us out the back with the broom. We on video games, we don't want to leave, but it's exciting to be back here at this capacity, being a black business owner again, because what we've seen in our community, we used to be surrounded by bars. And now it's like you see more things that's more beneficial to the community. That's what we're trying to foster around here.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what you do in the community, your business, your products, and who are some of the clients that patronize you in the community?
Well, basically, I sell a line of natural products, skin care products, body care products here. Everything from shea butter to mango butters, oils, incense. 90% of my line are organic brands. I don't like to deal with chemicals. I first was introduced to these products back in the 80s when I used to frequent Harlem particularly, and it was a few vendors that I would see, and we was coming into learning culture as young men, and we wanted to get back to our roots and ancestry, and we learned about organic products and things that was compatible for your skin. What we were taught was that things that weren't edible shouldn't go on your skin. So I always kept that in mind, and from using these products, I found a line that I could make, a decent sale of money selling these products, and try to get the people in the neighborhood away from a lot of the chemical products, the products that contain things that's harmful.
One of the products that you seem to have a lot of success with is the shea and the mango butters. In fact, we heard the term shea butter emperor.
Yeah.
Referring to you.
So who are the major purchasers of your shea butters?
Well, the major purchases, I don't know. It's not a particular gender, because everybody seems that's familiar with shea butter comes here to use shea butter. Even some of the school kids will walk by and they'll see the shea butter. The first day I came and I set my table up, I had big tubs of yellow shea butter, and I had people stop. They thought it was mustard. Then I had to explain to them, no, this is shea butter. It's similar to petroleum jelly. It's a protectant for the skin. And so it's not a particular, a lot of ladies buy it. Pregnant women use it. Some people use it for their hair as a conditioner. Other people who suffer from psoriasis or eczema, they use it to relieve their skin. And it's just an overall great product, And most of the washes and soaps that I contain are also made of shea butter.
Now, I've observed you on a number of days in the community, and a lot of people stop at your table, and I noticed that you're also educating them.
Right.
You're very fit. You seem to be very fit, and you try to eat well. And I notice how you talk to the young people in the community about what they eat. You're always giving them natural snacks when you have it. Do you feel like that's a part of your purpose in the community, besides being a businessman and a vendor in your products?
Definitely. My goal is not to just be successful as an entrepreneur, but kind of change the mindset of a people. And a lot of time, people die due to lack of knowledge and lack of a vision. There's a proverb that I always refer to: where there is no vision, the people will perish. So I find it, incumbent on me to educate the young, the old, alike about these products that are more compatible, like I was saying earlier, for your body and for your health. So again, it's a lot of junk food. Our neighborhoods are filled with, chicken joints and bodega stores, and a lot of times our people are just, bombarded with all these different chemicals that you become addicted to. And you see the high rate of diabetes and heart disease that exist in our neighborhoods. And it's time to move our people away from that. All people. When I say our people, I'm just particularly talking about within the community, not with, a racial connotation. Just all people who talk back toward a natural lifestyle are just incorporated into the things that they were already doing.
Now, besides working in your business, you also, your partnership with your daughter, Kenya, how has her working with you, you've seen a change, and you spoke off camera about the change that you've seen in your children, doing this business, selling natural products.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, aside from selling natural products, we also possess a thrift shop. And the idea of the thrift shop came from the fact that I like to wear nice clothing, but I found I couldn't really afford to pay for the kind of clothing that I would like. But there was a saying that someone else's trash is another man's treasure. And I would shop in thrift shops in New York City and find some of the greatest wares and for practically 90% off of what I would pay for in Macy's or J.C. Penney's. And I took the idea of getting a thrift shop. So I know a lot of wonderful people who donated, some nice clothing, everything from clothing to household appliances. And my daughter, who's into the fashion industry, I allow her to help me to put these things together. And it gives her a sense of purpose. She's a teenager, and she's trying to find herself. And also, I would like to see her become an entrepreneur. So this is a startup, for the both of us, in fact.
And I noticed that a lot of your wares and things that if they don't sell in a certain amount of time, you give them back to the community for free. I noticed like books for children are given away free, toys for children, and clothing for children, winter coats and things are a lot of times for babies and small children.
Definitely.
You put them outside on a table, shoes, and you give those back to the community. And how, being in the community, coming back to it after so long, what are some of the benefits that your business, being in a community like this, have you seen it change? I don't want to say charity, but I mean it is giving back.
Well, I mean, what I see in the neighborhood is like a lot of times our youth go neglected. Whatever the case may be, we deal in a high crime area. And I'm a firm believer that wherever there's poverty, there'll be crime. But a lot of times to move us away from poverty, we have to get into the realm of thinking that we have to do for ourselves. So if that's getting education, learning to become an entrepreneur, what I try to do is role model and show like the guys in the neighborhood, the ladies in the neighborhood, that we can depend on ourselves to do something for one another. And yeah, we all in it for the economics of taking care of ourselves and our family. But them things that's donated, you help someone else out. And blessings are received, back sevenfold. I find that a lot of times it's a lot of young mothers in the neighborhood and they need help. So if it's a pair of gloves, a hat, a warm coat, you give that stuff away, because I don't pay much, if anything, for some of these things as far as the thrift goes. So, I just find it as a social and personal responsibility to take care of.
Now, you have a lot of favorite customers that I've spoken to from the senior citizen home. And one of the ladies said something very interesting. She says she looks from her window and she watches your table and watches the shop. And she says even when you or your daughter are not at the table and you leave the table alone and you come inside to have lunch, there's nobody at the table, but the people in the community walk up and down the street.
Right.
They never take any, and you've been doing this almost a year and a half now, and they never think to come in the store or to take anything
Right.
off your table. You know, you go into a lot of businesses in the community, and they have bulletproof glass up. You can't buy anything.
Yeah.
But you have your tables and your products
Right.
out on the street, and you turn your back, you come in, and the lady said you could be gone for 20 minutes, a half an hour, or whatever time it is.
Right.
And no one, you know, no kid or adult, even the local neighborhood beggars, what is that? Why do you think that happens or doesn't happen? Let's say no one steals or anything.
Well, let's begin with this. If we want to be profile, we'll go to, you know, the higher end stores. I won't say any names. They had a big thing in the newspapers recently. My first priority is to always respect the people in our community, no matter what walk of life that, you know, they're in. Young, old, to the person that's addicted, to the person who may have mental challenges. We need to respect everyone. So I think the giving of that respect and always trying to be pleasant and helpful to each other, and it comes back to you. I mean, I'm not, like a lot of people look at our neighborhood and they're fearful, you know, because Greenville had a bad label for such a long time, but nobody wants to take responsibility on changing it, and all it takes is one. I have young brothers and sisters that's gang members who come here and let me know you're a role model, you know, and I appreciate what you're doing here. And they ask about Nuruddin, yourself. They ask about, you know, my daughter, and they're encouraged by what we're doing. So, you know, I think that it's just a mutual respect that the neighborhood gives me and I give them, so that, you know, they know basically if they need something from me, they can ask.
Okay. I have a quick question for you. We spoke briefly about your product line.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us a preview as to what you'll have in your product line?
Oh, definitely. Well, what I do is, my biggest product line is a brand called Nubian Heritage. Nubian Heritage was founded, I believe, in the early 90s by this couple. There was a college couple, a black guy and this woman, and they came together and they made this fabulous brand of organic, natural products, you know, that has everything from carrot, pomegranate to olive, green tea, mango, you name it. Everything that's natural. And from there, they blew into a conglomerate. You can find their line of products in Targets, Trader Joe's, whatever, Whole Foods. So basically, the products I sell, you can find them also in them stores. But me, I'm a little more reasonable with price.
Okay, and what about the line that you're going to come out with yourself?
Oh, my own personal
Yes.
line. Well, yeah, I'm working on that. What I do is that I purchase shea butter in bulk. I get together with my sister and Sonny, my good friend Sonny, and they show me how to incorporate essential oils with the coconut oils, the avocado, the olive, the castor oil, and we make our own blended brands with the most fabulous scents you could imagine. This stuff melts in your skin and it holds, and people see a change in their skin and their glow and their complexion, and they love it. So through experience, because we experience on ourselves first, you know, we're not going to put anything out here that's going to hurt anyone. Like, we know what's in our products, you know, like I said, things that's edible. And it's something that this spring we will have a few samples and we'll give them out to the community and to some of the good customers who, you know, frequently come here and see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm excited about the whole idea.
So here we are, here in Greenville, learning about existing products and new products with the Shea Butter Emperor. Please tell us where people can find you.
You can find me at 424 Ocean Avenue on the corner of Woodlawn and Ocean Avenue. I can be reached by cellular phone at 631-336-3292. You may see me up and down the streets in the community, advertising, handing out flyers, cards, and, you know, I'm here to, you know, help you with whatever existing issues you have, whether it's skin products or you want to talk, information, knowledge, and we can do it all together as a community.
This is the last question. We all know that competition is good for capitalism and it's always good for business.
Right.
And when we ask this question, closing question to all the entrepreneurs in the community, what are some of the other businesses, different kind of businesses? Because you spoke about, communities like Greenville having, the liquor stores, the chicken stores, again, and I repeat this, the suffering from chicken liquor and church syndrome.
Right.
What are some of the ideal businesses that you would like to see come to your right and to your left to inspire entrepreneurship and to inspire the growth of capitalism in Greenville?
Well, the first thing I would like to do is get together with people who have existing businesses and have seminars right here in our little abode to teach people how they can start up their business. I'm familiar with how to get vending licensing, as well as capital, perhaps. See, we try to use our own capital to do everything that we do, and we'll start from the ground up. Every penny that we earn, we take of our own and we put it back into our business. You're not going to see Salaam outside with a Cadillac after, I make a couple thousands of dollars. I continue to put money back into the business that we have existing. Now, as far as I would like to see, I would love to see a juice bar. I would love to see natural juices, or organic products. I'm big on organic products because they're chemical free. I would also like to see spiritual things go on as far as exercise, yoga, whatever it is that can help build up the human beings that's in our community. We need that. That's pertinent in order for us to keep existing and to thrive. For too long we've just existed and we depended on others to do everything. It's time that we pull ourselves up our bootstraps and we be about the business of life. So that's what I'm into.
Thank you so very much, Salaam. This has been a beautiful interview, and we thank you so much for your time and blessing our day.
And we look forward to sampling your products.
Yes.
Okay.